Hi, welcome to Happily Hired with Heart. My name's Alex, and I support hundreds of people back into work every single year. I just want to start off with thank you to everyone that has subscribed to this channel. I didn't expect even one to be have a subscription, so to get 24 at the recording of this video is utterly amazing, and I'm really humbled by it. And yeah, touches my heart. Okay. So today I really want to talk about changing careers. And I speak to a lot of people and say, oh, I've done this all my life, but I want to do something else, but I'm not sure what I want to do. And I find things hard. And I don't know whether I've got the skills. Will they accept me? All those fears, all those worries are absolutely normal. And it is part of the process of making change. But you've already identified that you want to make that change and you want to do something different, and you should own that. And it is really important to do so. So today, I'm going to guide you through my career, where I have been, where I am now, and also I'm going to talk about the future as well. Um, my wife would say that I've had quite a few career changes over the years, and she says I need to stop at some point, but I never seem to do so. So let's see how this goes. So when I finished university many years ago, um, I I left. It was the financial crisis of 2008. Yep, you can work out my age from that. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. You know, I actually studied politics. I did it because I was interested in it, not for a career. I had no clue. But I was moving to London with a friend, so I needed a job. Yeah, I needed to pay the bills. And there wasn't as many jobs out there that were taking graduates on, or it was really competitive. So I joined an agency and I worked in a post room. Um, it got something on my CV straight after university. Um, and I got to work in a team. Yes, I was stuffing envelopes. Was it my dream job? No. But I got to, as I said, work as part of a team, work with other people, get to know other cultures. So obviously in London, it's a very diverse city, and I got that chance as well to do that and get the experience. And they kept me on for a number of years. So I started with the agency, and then I actually moved to the actual company because I wanted to. They were impressed, but it wasn't what I really wanted at the time. And I was very much. I had a mindset that a career needs to be. Oh, I've got to be a go-getter. I've got to achieve something. I want to get bonuses. I want a company car. So I looked at field sales. My wife had done it as part of work experience. I thought, yeah, I can give that a go. You know, I could talk the hind legs of a donkey, as you might be aware from these videos. But yeah, so it took me a while. You know, it always does when you're starting fresh, moving across, and it was hard. But one company gave me the chance, and I moved into field sales with an organisation that did contract field sales. So they would look after many different contracts with different companies. Um, in this video, I'm not going to name them. There's only one opportunity I will name at the very end, because it's not about the companies, it's about me. Okay. So I did many roles, business development. I really wanted to go into leadership and team because I love supporting people and developing and reaching targets. And it was what I wanted, but it was very competitive. And I don't think I necessarily had the confidence. And over time, I started to feel that actually, are my values aligned to this? You know, I want to make a difference, but is it the fact that I just want to make money out of it? Well, no. Um, so after doing that for 7.5 years, this is when I moved into train for my teaching training. So I did some work experience, decided it was the right place that I wanted to go. It was early years that wanted to work in. I did some work experience before that, and I got accepted to university to do my PGCE. That was a hard year, really was. Obviously, you know, it was full time. I was very lucky that I got supported by my fantastic wife in this venture, but it took a lot. It absolutely did. It took every energy, every weekend, every day to do that, because obviously you've got to pass your PGCE, then you do placements, and then obviously you have to find a job after a year, because yeah, I'm allowed to do it for 1 year, but come on, Alex, you need to be in work by then. So I did that. It was really successful. It made me understand my dyslexia more. I learned about learning and development, uh, moving people from where they are in one stage to another, curriculum development. And I finished that with a distinction. They wanted to publish some of my work, and it's been used with the university as well. So it was a really proud moment for me, because, at school, I bounced along a little bit. I wasn't diagnosed dyslexic till I was 16, so after my GCSEs, which is crazy, yeah, but it is what it is. So yeah, I had that going on. So then I had to start working. I found work within schools, and I did it for four years, there or thereabouts. Worked at different schools, and I always think if you are going to work in schools, you need to make sure that you find the right school for you. Not every school is going to have the same values or the same priorities, and it's got to be. I tend to work in disadvantage, because again, I really want to make that impact and make a difference to people. Um, but it was very different for me. It did have an effect on my mental health over time. Um, so yeah, I decided it wasn't for me. Now, just to say something I haven't mentioned already, that I already had transferable skills from my sales career. Obviously I could communicate well. It's all about those open questions, getting information, and that comes into teaching as well, being able to handle different priorities. So again, just because I didn't do it before, and I hadn't worked in that industry before, I hadn't been a TA, had loads of work experience, I still was able to do it. But yeah, back to that point. Um, it affected me. Obviously, it was COVID at the time. I think there was a lot of stresses within it, and being a relatively new teacher, it was hard. I don't blame any school. This isn't about that, but it wasn't. I didn't fit. It didn't fit. It was too, for me personally. It was too rigid, and I wanted a bit more flexibility and stuff. So when I left, I didn't have a job to go to. It was a really hard decision. I spent a lot of money on my PGCE. It was really successful, and it hurt. It really did. But I knew I had skills that I could give to a different job. And that's when I worked with careers advisors straight away, because I knew I needed to work. I knew I needed to do that. For me, it was imperative that I needed to work, and it happened very quickly. So I found working for the organisation I work for now, a job as an employment coach, so developing people in groups with their interview skills, and I got the job, which was amazing. So I was able to, obviously, part of that coaching and developing people I've taken from my teaching career. I've also been able to use my sales, definitely, because I've done employer engagement in that time as well. So there's a lot of things. So again, another career change, but also the skills keep going on. They transfer from each job. And as I said last time in my last video, it is about those transferable skills. Don't ignore them. They can move to other jobs. Okay. And I've worked with many people over the years with different backgrounds, and it fits with what I want and what I'm doing. Now, again, I still had to emphasize I wanted to be a team leader, and that's what I did, and that's why I did my apprenticeship in leadership and management level 3. But over time, it wasn't really for me, and I thought, oh, I didn't know. So that's how I ended up becoming a tutor within the same organisation. So I've had lots of opportunities to go back to that, developing people and supporting them, curriculum development, and I've been very successful in that. And I really enjoy my job. I really enjoy making a difference, and I think it's really important that you do. But I know that it won't last forever, and I know that I need to look forward to the future. So, for me, I want to move more into that learning development, maybe more on a corporate side, or within the way of developing people, maybe not customers, but people that can help customers. So I'm looking at, I've signed up for a course for learning and development uh, level 5, CIPD, starting that later this year. It's also why I've started this channel, because I really want to share my ideas and values, and my tips and tricks to give it out there. I want to make that difference. So yeah, absolutely. But as I said at the beginning, you need to know where you want to go. So, and I know I've been thinking about this for a while. Like, what do I want to do? So yeah, I want to move into learning and development. But what would be my dream job? So my dream job would be to work for Disney. If you hadn't noticed from the clothes I've been wearing on the videos, I am obsessed. You can ask anybody that knows me, I have a DuckTales bag that I wear. I am unashamedly Disney. Um, so actually learning and development within that role would be, in that company, would be amazing for me. And for me personally, have that emotional connection. I remember as a kid, I had Lion King video was kind of worn out after a while. We all have those. I go to theme park. It's part of my family. I go on cruises with them as well. So really, it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. I couldn't do it, but that's from the emotional side. But actually, from a corporate side, why them? So, for me, it's the courtesy, the show, and efficiency, which are their and inclusion, which is their 5 keys to their service, and they fit with me. Yeah, learning and development is about creating safe places for people to grow um, and develop into something better or different, or being able to live their dreams as well. And I think that's why Disney is a perfect fit for me, because they don't just deliver training; they give magical experiences, and that's what I try and do here on Happily Hired with Heart. It's really important to me. So, look, I know I've talked a lot today, but I want you to see that your career doesn't have to be just a solid, I'm going to be a teacher, so I'm going to stick at it, even if it doesn't feel right. I've done this. You don't have to be. Skills are transferable. Yeah. Those soft skills I talked about in the past, they are transferable. Okay. So just remind yourself that there are lots of opportunities to speak to careers advisors. Make sure you watch my videos, and you can do it. You can change. It's not the end in sight. Yeah. We don't have to accept what we've done in the past and continue it. Okay. So look, if you've enjoyed this video today and enjoyed all mine, others, please give us a like. Please give it a subscribe, because I want to share more tips and tricks with as many people as can to make a difference to as many people as we can. Okay. Now, as I've said before, you are not on your own in your journey, and you've got more sparkle than you think.